Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank. Today we're going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Watch. We're going to talk about the next version, the new version 2018, going to 2019. 2019 is going to allow a new watch, of course, with the new version. Who knows? We don't know what the future brings with Samsung. But today we're going to talk about one watch and see what you get when you purchase this stuff and see why I end up getting this instead of the iWatch. So we're going to take a look at it and go in details, some details. This is not a tutorial how to use it. This is pretty much what do you get when you buy it, and if it's worth it. Let me take a look at it. I'm going to use it a couple times. We might do another in-depth review on how it was, go into more details of the battery life, if it is really what it says it does. It lasts all day, a couple of days, it depends on the usage. So we're going to take a look at it and see the smart features on it. So let's take a look at the new version of Galaxy Watch, Samsung Galaxy Watch. It's a 46 millimeters. We're gonna take a look at it. Bluetooth built in, wireless charging, the works. So let's take a look at what you guys purchased. And this is not bad. This is the second time around. I like the smaller version, but this one's actually a little larger for my big old sausage finger hands. And we'll take a look at it. First time opening it up, I want to see what you guys get when you buy this. So let's get it open here, and we're gonna take a look at it. Ooh, that's freaking nice. Just the introduction by itself box, nothing but a face, just so it won't damage itself. It has a rubber on the bottom of the box, which is really neat. A little handle if you're like the purse guy. Big improvements on the new one, on the new version of it. It's simple. It's battery life. It's gonna be auto fitness and wellness tracking. Of course, they worked that out. Supports up to 39 workout activities, which is great. Swim ready, water resistance, 5 ATM, 50 meters. All right, so it's not 100% waterproof. I mean, it's scary. Its warranty is pretty good, but it doesn't cover 100% waterproof. So just be careful with these things. Are not 100% waterproof like they say they are. It's just I've not seen something that has lasted long, especially if you're gonna go diving or something like a vacation. I wouldn't guarantee to take this, because there's been occasions that people damage it and they just, do it at your own risk. Don't always believe the box. Sometimes it tells you certain things because manufacturers don't always tie everything up like it's supposed to be. If you guys open something waterproof before, it's pretty much there's rubber ends at the end, and throughout the time they eat up itself and water can leak in there. So try to avoid it. Maybe washing your hands and stuff like that's fine, but that's probably the normal. Rain, that's fine. That's probably where I would draw the line right there. But swimming with it, I don't know. That's on your own risk. But like I said, to each his own. If you can afford this watch, yeah, and you could probably afford the second one. So let's go ahead and open it up. A simple box. The watch itself, it's really heavy. It's pretty heavy because of the metal piece. They make it like really nice and neat. So let's go ahead and take this apart real quick. Let's open this thing, cut it apart. There we go. Untie that part. Let's try not to damage the phone, the watch itself. So I'm gonna try to avoid that part. This is rubber. This is plastic, but it feels like a velvet plastic. Really nice. How it goes on your hand. I like the setup of it. I like it so far. Beautiful. I mean, the changing of it, it's really, you could hear the clicking slowly. It's a light clicking when you spin it. It's really simple. In the back, the charging station that it has, this is pretty much their wireless charging station. Just like the iPhone, it has a similar one. It reads your heartbeats and your steps and all that crap. It does that pretty much everything that the other watch does. Now this new version, the battery life is supposed to last a little longer than the first version. So the sales guy was pretty good. He actually had one. And when you want to buy something from somebody, make sure they know a lot of it. So I picked the right guy to have the watch. So I picked this guy in Best Buy, pretty much. He had a watch. He had the older version, and I told him what's the difference. You know, not that much of a big difference from those two, other than the battery life. That's it. So you could buy different and like I said, this is pretty much a compatible watch that you could buy different bands. You know, it's not like the iWatch that you have to pretty much, you know, bend it in, bend it out, and it's very simple to remove from here. The iWatch is a little difficult because it depends on the size of the watch that you're buying. You could only buy certain brands of the bands, but this is pretty much, it looks like it's compatible with a lot of different bands. So we're gonna take a look at it. I like it so far. So let's put this on the side and see what else you guys get. So we're gonna open this box here. The charging station, of course, and let's check out the band. They give you extra bands in here, you know, and like I said, it's compatible to mostly all the bands that are out there for regular watches. You know, they don't make it very complicated. You guys see the same setup as a regular watch. They give you an extra band here in case you rip it off or something. Just really unique. It's attached to the actual charger. And put that on the side. On the second box, they give you the actual cable, which it's part of the charging. And let's see what kind of cable they give you on this one, you know, because some cables are pretty different, pretty unique. But let me see what the difference of the cable it is. It's pretty much it's a micro SD. It's pretty on micro USB. That's pretty much it. It's not a Type C or anything. Nothing fancy on it. So the cable's in here, and of course they give you the charging station itself. Let's see how it looks. So charging station, simple. You know, it's just you plug in the cable on the side of it. We plug it in. Simple. We're gonna take this plastic off, put it in here. It's supposed to be nice and stable in here. It kind of falls in there. There's a magnet in there. It falls on the side of it. And we're gonna see how it works in action, all right? And see how everything is. So let's plug this sucker in. Let's go ahead and get rid of the plastic slowly. Now, they do sell different docking stations for this kind of particular phone, for this watch, I'm sorry. So basically what you do, see the indentations at the bottom in it? It's just pretty much, it's just basically that's how it starts charging. And the red light indicates that it's charging. It's picking up a charge there. And of course, this is the first time I'll turn it on. So let's go ahead and crank this soldier boy. There's the watch coming on for the first time. Let's take it off right now. You guys can see it, Galaxy. And of course, I do have a Galaxy phone to go along with it, but you don't have to have a Galaxy phone to have one of these. But if you want to purchase certain apps and certain things, you're gonna need required. So first time coming in, Samsung's coming a long way since they started pushing out their Droid phones. So really good all around. I mean, I like the television a lot, the quality of it. And it says welcome to the Galaxy phone. So it's asking you a couple questions. Galaxy phone, blah blah blah, Galaxy, download the Galaxy. So you need to download the Galaxy application in order to do this. All right, so let's go ahead and start the application. So right here we're opening the application. I already have it, and let's connect the watch. Automatically starts connecting the watch. I'm gonna allow the location to the watch, so it's gonna pretty much sync all these things up. I'm gonna allow to go ahead. Yes, I'm gonna allow all this stuff to connect, and you pretty much have to follow the steps on what you want to allow it. And right now it's connecting automatically. If you have download an application, it starts connecting your phone, and it tells you here, it tells you exactly that's matching, and you say okay on the phone, of course. Passcode, it allows it identifies the code itself, so you guys could find out exactly if it's the same phone. So that's pretty much what you got to do. Let it pair. You let it pair connection. You let it click on here. It starts pairing, starts syncing up, preparing the phone itself. It's at 1% right now. And it starts going, so it starts syncing up your phone. So you can answer your phone calls, you can answer your emails, you could do all the sorts of things. Now, one thing that the sales rep said, so this is pretty much $299 plus tax, 3 something. So the difference on there's 2 different watches of the same brand and the same ID number, but the other difference is that you can actually put a SIM ID in here, making this an independent phone without this phone. So you can leave your phone and answer and make calls on the phone, on the watch itself, but it's a different version. It costs a little bit more, a couple bucks more, just to increase the capacity of this thing. So in order to make that happen, your vendor, for example, I have Verizon phone, I pay a monthly fee on the phone. If you want to add additional SIM ID, which it could be a car, it could be a watch, you have to pay the additional fee. On Verizon, it's about 10 bucks for a secondary line in there. It's connected to the same line, but they just give you a SIM ID number just to identify the actual watch. So this goes throughout other features. For example, cars, planes, and certain things have to have a SIM ID in order to communicate wireless to an antenna, for data transferring, for upgrades, and all sorts of things. So a lot of cars, BMWs, have that feature. New additional cars have double SIM ID, so you can have your car, you can leave your phone at home and dial it through your car or dial it through your watch. That's why they have that. iWatch started doing that a couple years ago, 2 years ago, I believe in it. And then everybody pretty much is following the same routine as this. So this is a Samsung phone. It has the same features, but I kind of didn't get the feature on this one because it's not necessary. Unless I leave my phone at home and I walk out with this, then that'll be probably the one thing I would miss, you know. But it's a $10 addition every month that you have to pay. If you're not using it or you're using it, it's up to you. Some people prefer using the watch, but because it is so small, the reading of it and dialing out might be a little difficult. I kind of didn't want to go that route. But if you leave your phone in the same area around your location, Bluetooth, you could answer it. And you could have, like, for example, my wife leaves her iPhone and in one location in the room, and she's able to answer through on the other side of her room, on the other side of the room with the same network connection. She's able to find her phone with the watch, so she's able to answer phones if she has her phone in her pocket or in her purse. Same with this. This is gonna be in my pocket all the time. I'm not gonna stick this out if I get a message or an email or a contact, or somebody's calling me. I just have to lift my phone, my watch, and look at it. Either I could answer from there, and I could talk to them, send messages. Same thing like the iWatch, you know, pretty much. But this seems a little bit smaller on the actual screen than an iWatch. But it feels more like a watch instead of a square, you know. So I kind of like this, and I prefer this instead of actually going through the other system with getting an iWatch and an iPhone to be compatible. That I ended up, because I have a Galaxy, I wanted to get a Galaxy Samsung Note. I ended up getting the Galaxy Watch. Now the features on the phone, of course, they're going to give you crystallized Gorilla Glass, whatever it is, scratch proof. A lot of things like this come like this. Like, for example, this kind of same glass material is located on your actual phone. And it's not in the front of the phone. It's not going to be in the front of the phone, but it's mostly is a very expensive glass that a company makes. And iPhone has it actually, and iWatches have it, but this material here is not the same glass as your phone. It's a special scratchable. It's kind of like a new kind of a way of adding these things, but because they're so expensive, they don't add it to the large screens, of course, because then you're able to double the cost of your phone. So what they do is I'm gonna show you a secret. And back of your phone, here it is. This is the same material as your phone, and this is pretty much to cover your glass. This is where it covers. This kind of glass, it makes it scratch resistance. You know, it's more like this glass, of course. You know, same kind of material, but it uses on the back to protect the camera. So first thing that always drops is your front of the camera. You scratch it, you indent it, you do certain things. This is more durable, this kind of glass, and it's scratch resistance. You could scratch a couple of things and it's hard to get a scratch in here. Same material for the actual face. Now companies cannot, like I said, they can't afford to add this glass to the whole thing because it increases the whole value of your phone. And that's one thing that it's a little secret that a lot of people don't know, but it was something that it's manufactured by man. It's a man's substance. It's not a natural thing. So chemicals reaction, other substance to create this kind of glass, and to make it scratch resistant. It's similar to diamond. You cannot scratch a diamond, but you can scratch this one. It's just going to be a little harder to scratch it. I'm not saying it's scratch proof, you know, so be careful. You know, it's a new phone watch. You don't want to be scratching it right at the first day. So all right, so once it's completed, it took a couple minutes, you know, it took like almost 20 minutes, 15 minutes to complete. How to use it, right? So they give you a couple instructions in here, how to use it. And basically it tells you how to scroll into your phone. If you guys see it, it's pretty much, you can change FaceTimes on the scrolling the wheel. Very thoughtful of them to include this, you know, it's one of those things that I like automatically. Now, key functions, you know, how to change the keys itself. It tells you what, if you click on it, the applications right on the below. So ringing, answering phones up and down. And it's a small little tutorial, things popping up, notifications on the top, notifications on the phone, and pretty much you're done. You finish pairing it. So one thing that's pretty good about it, now that you set up your phone, it automatically takes you to an actual purchase of different faces. Automatically, your phone will be recognized in the application store on the Google app to buy different faces, different kind of scenarios, different applications for it. So it takes you straight to it, and there's a lot of free ones that you could download. But the whole watch is set up already, and it tells you let's go. So pretty much you have to twist the wheel. Gives you a little tutorial how to do what, where to go your applications. You click on it and it just takes you to all the applications, how to answer, how to go to different modes. I mean, it gives you the watch itself is giving me a tutorial how to use it, which is not that bad. It's really unique. Phone is set up, it just took me to a tutorial. So pretty much it says that it has a sensor that it covers it up, it turns off itself, but when you touch it, it's supposed to turn on again. Let me see, there it is. So I'm changing all the keys here, all the functions. You go back into the settings, the watch itself, that takes you step by step. I mean, I could do a tutorial on this whole thing, but it's gonna take me quite a while myself. But look, it just looks like a regular watch now. If you guys see it like that, you tell the time. You can change different formats on the digital, you know, weight, to check out your weight, your Verizon emails, all that stuff is built in here. Your trash cans to clear it all. It's pretty much all set up, you know. You just have to mess around with it. Weather wise, hit the weather, see how the weather's like. Also, another thing, very important thing, that when you're downloading, when your phone, when you sync up your phone automatically starts downloading the updates for all your application and the firmware that your phone needs, that your watch needs. So everything downloads and then it reconnects back Bluetooth wirelessly to transfer all the stuff, make it sure it works automatically. You could disable this feature if you want to, but I would recommend to keep it. You know, it's just something that it's very convenient instead of you doing that stuff. Now, all the manual instructions are pretty much the same. It just tells you exactly how to use it, what it means, and very simple to explain. How to answer phone calls left and right. You swipe to the left, you swipe to the right. Where to download application, very simple. And of course, this is more like the internal part of it, more of the warranty. Terms and condition, health and safety information. They give you the book. And the watch is ready to go when you pick it up. When you pick up your watch views, you know, and of course, like I said, when it's syncing up to your phone, all the time is going to be exactly the same, all the information about it. And let me click on it a couple times. So you shake it around, it wakes up. It's pretty much when you lift it up, that's pretty much what it does.